official film of the 1988 Olympic Winter Games.
What makes the Formula One world champion such a great race car? Computer-programmed fuel injection. Dual overhead cams. 4 valves per cylinder. What makes this such a great street car? Exactly the same technology. The Acura Integra. One of car and driver's 10 best, exclusively at your Acura dealer.
World's fastest human for the last 3 years, today became the world's fastest human of all time. With Carl Lewis, the American Superman, off his right shoulder, Ben Johnson today won the 100 meters at the World Track and Field Championships in Rome in a record time of 9.83, taking a full 1/10 of a second off the old world's record. Those highlights courtesy of CBC. Now let's go to the ice surface for tonight's opening ceremonies.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cops Coliseum as Labatt Breweries and Hockey Canada proudly present this 1987 Labatt Canada Cup. Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Bienvenue au Cops Coliseum. Et c'est avec fierté que la brasserie Labatt et Hockey Canada vous présente la Coupe Canada Labatt 1987 et le match de ce soir entre l'équipe de la Finlande et l'équipe Canada. Tonight's game between the team from Finland and Team Canada. Here are the officials for tonight's game. Voici les officiels pour le match de ce soir. The referee, Mr. Vladimir Schubert from Czechoslovakia. Les juges de ligne, the linesman from Canada, Mr. John D'Amico. And from Sweden, Mr. Sven-Olaf Lundström. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the lineups for tonight's game. First, the lineup for Team Finland. Goaltender, number 19, le numéro 19, Jarmo Julos. En défense, à la défense, number 3, numéro 3, Timo Blomqvist. Number 6, numéro 6, Jari Grönstrand. Number 7, numéro 7, Timo Utila. Number 23, numéro 23, Hannu Virta. Forwards, les Adams, le numéro 12, number 12, Markku Kulinen. Number 14, numéro 14, Jukka Seppo. Number 15, numéro 15, Jari Järvi. Number 18, numéro 18, Raimo Elminen. Number 21, numéro 21, Christian Ruttu. Number 22, numéro 22, Jan Ojanen. Numéro 24, number 24, Mekko Makala. Number 25, numéro 25, Raimo Sumanen. Number 26, numéro 26, Petri Skriko. The head coach, l'instructeur-chef, Reino Korpi. The assistant coaches, les assistants instructeurs, Juhani Taminen. Et maintenant, l'alignement débutant pour le match de ce soir. And now the starting lineups for Team Finland. In goal, number 1, dans les buts, le numéro 1, Kari Takko. À la défense, en défense, number 8, numéro 8, Ville Siren. Number 29, numéro 29, Reijo Rutsalainen. At center, au centre, le numéro 20, number 20, Matti Agman. Left wing, à l'aile gauche, number 10, numéro 6, Essa Tikkanen. Right wing à l'aile droite. Number 17, numéro 17, Yari Kuri. And now the lineup for Team Canada. Et maintenant l'équipe Canada. Number 30, le numéro 30, Kelly Rudy. Number 4, numéro 4, Craig Artsberg. Number 7, numéro 7, Raymond Book. Number 8, numéro 8, Larry Murphy. Number 10, numéro 10, Dale Howardchuk. Number 11, numéro 11, Marc Messier. Number 12, numéro 12, Mike Gardner. Number 14, numéro 14, Kevin Deneen. Number 16, numéro 16, Michel Goulet. Number 21, numéro 21, Brent Sutter. Number 28, numéro 28, Doug Gilmore. Number 32, numéro 32, Claude Lemieux. Number 66, numéro 66, Mario Lemieux. Number 77, numéro 77, Paul Coffey. And now the starting lineup for Team Canada. L'alignement débutant d'équipe Canada. In goals, dans les filets, number 31, numéro 31, Grant Fuhr. En défense, à la défense, number 5, numéro 5, Normand Rochefort. Number 6, numéro 6, James Patrick. On right wing, à l'aile droite, le numéro 22, number 22, Rick Tuckett. On left wing, à l'aile gauche, number 26, numéro 26, Brian Propp. Au centre, at center, numéro 99, number 99, Wayne Gretzky. The head coach, l'entraîneur-chef, Mr. Mike Keenan. The assistant coaches, Mr. Jean Perron, Mr. John Muckler, and Mr. Tom Watt. Ladies and gentlemen, as it is the custom in international hockey, the two captains, Jukka Seppo and Wayne Gretzky, will now exchange gifts on behalf of their team. Comme c'est la coutume, dans le hockey international, les deux capitaines vont maintenant s'échanger au nom des deux équipes des cadeaux traditionnels. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the members of the official party for the ceremonial face-off. Maintenant, mesdames et messieurs, permettez-nous de vous présenter les personnes qui feront la mise au jeu officielle du match. Canadian Tire is a proud supporter of sports for people of all ages and communities across Canada. From the Canadian Amateur Hockey Association to the Calgary 1988 Winter Olympic Games. Representing the grassroots of hockey, from York Mills Minor Hockey, Brett Hayhurst. Representing Canada's Olympic ski jump team, Ors Bulaw. Representing Canadian Tire is dealer Mr. Grant Ahers. Representing the sponsor of the Labatt Canada Cup is Mr. Jim Steele, Labatt's Ontario Breweries. Would the captain please come to center ice for the face-off? Ladies and gentlemen, would you please now rise for the singing of the national anthems of Finland and Canada. Mesdames et messieurs, voulez-vous s'il vous plaît vous lever pour les hymnes nationaux de la Finlande et du Canada. And these anthems will be sung by Mr. Michael Burgess.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons' command, car ton bras se porte le pays. Il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Two teams seeking their first victory, Canada and Finland. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
There's no sign of life, it's just a part of charm. I'm lying in the rain, they always wave goodbye. But I try. Now I'm gonna go for hard love, what's beside me? Hard love at my side. Hard love, now I know the choice is mine. The choice is mine, satisfies me. Choice is mine, makes me party. Choice is mine, puts my toes in my hand. Modern love, modern love.
Welcome back to the Cops Coliseum in Hamilton, Ontario. Kerry Taco, the Minnesota North Star goaltender, will be facing these Canadian shooters. We know they can shoot. What Mike Keenan wants to know if they can play better defense.
Well, they've made some changes. Ron Hextall, who was the backup goaltender in Game 1 of the series, is going to sit this one out. The backup goaltender will be Kelly Rudy behind Grant Fuhr. Doug Crossman not playing. Glenn Anderson still out with that knee injury. And James Patrick is in the lineup right now, facing Kerry Taco. Minnesota North Stars. He's played 2 years in the National Hockey League. A fine young goaltender. A draft choice back in 1984, but actually that was the second team that drafted him. The Quebec Nordiques had originally drafted him in 1981, but did not sign him.
No surprise that Grant Fuhr is right back in goal. He gave up 4 goals against Czechoslovakia, but he was superb.
He was the player of the game against Czechoslovakia. As a matter of fact, both goaltenders were the players of the game. The 2 scratches for Finland, Teppo Numminen and Jouko Navanmaa. And play is underway. Here's Dan Kelly.
That's Siren. Canada stealing it. Brian Kropp all alone in front of the net, but he had his shot blocked, and Finland break out into center ice. Jari Kurri lost it. Rochefort getting it into center ice, and here's Gretzky. Gretzky shooting wide by about 2 feet. Now at the point, James Patrick shot right on, kicked out by Taco, and Kurri, number 17, circles and fires it around on the boards for Tikkanen. Patrick pinching in, gives it to Gretzky. In front to Kropp, tipped that by Rochefort, saved by Taco, and then Gretzky is knocked out of the way by Ruotsalainen, and it's cleared down the ice by Finland with James Patrick back to get it, number 6. Patrick in his debut in the Canada Cup this year from the New York Rangers, a native of Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Well, James Patrick has played a lot of international hockey for a young player, 38 games. And when you talk about international hockey, and by the way, Tocchet and Kurri had it going there, and Tocchet threw a butt end at Kurri after the play was over. They had got into a little bit of a holding match down near the face-off circle deep in the Finnish zone, and that led to a little bit of a scrum over near the benches. Here is the chance in front of the net. A couple of good chances, as a matter of fact, as Tocchet, number 22, had it loose in front. Now, right there, Gretzky was about to be wrestled to the ice and forced to face off down in the Finnish zone.
Canada with a line of Doug Gilmour, Mike Gartner, and Michel Goulet. Bourque and Hartsburg on defense. Face-off won by Canada. Here is Bourque shooting at a stick save by Taco, and Finland takes over with Jutila clearing it into center ice. Now that's Gartner taking a whack at it, but Jutila knocks it back into the Canadian end of the rink, and Bourque is on the puck. Headmanning to Goulet. Goulet with Gilmour and Gartner. Gives it to Gilmour to Gartner. He's upended on the play, and we'll get a penalty right there. Petri Skriko hustling back, upending Gartner in front of the net. And Skriko from the Vancouver Canucks, of course, will go to the penalty box, the game's first penalty. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Remember the miracle I told you about? Well, my wife and I, we go to Leon's, right? Take one step inside. She turns to me and says, "Nicky, I'm in heaven." She had me picking up this, moving that. Finally, I said to her, "What am I, Superman? Tell him to deliver it." So listen, it's ending soon. Leon's no money miracle. It's an amazing deal. You pay no money down, no interest, make no payment till 1988. No kidding. Thank you.
Petri Skriko of the Vancouver Canucks is in for a hooking at the 1:11 mark of the period. Hauled down Mike Gartner, and Gartner is at great speed, forced a penalty right there, so Canada goes on the power play.
And here's Larry Murphy feeding it over to Gretzky. Back to Murphy, shot right on. Taco kicks that out. Big rebound, and Coffey couldn't hold it in, but Mario Lemieux tried. And now Ruotsalainen, number 29, clears it ahead. Matty Hagman pokes it in, but this is Murphy back to get it. Murphy from the Washington Capitals, giving it to Paul Coffey, firing it for Gretzky. Off the mark, Taco out to play it. Into the corner, it's Messier trying to dig it loose. Into the other corner to Gretzky, centered, pass behind Messier. Murphy now behind the net to Gretzky. Gretzky centers to Messier, tipped away. Gretzky again tried to center, but knocked away by Siren. Siren then whacks it over onto the other side, and Ruotsalainen breaks out. Number 29, Ruotsalainen checked, and here's Coffey. He lost it. And Matty Hagman now fires it in for Finland with Coffey back to get it. 52 seconds left in the penalty. Here's Coffey on the fly. Coffey trying to center, does. Ruutu knocked it away. Now Canada get possession again. Dale Hawerchuk, number 10. Back on the point. Hartsburg shot blocked, and Ruutu, number 21, shoots it away for Finland. 32 seconds left in the penalty. Hartsburg being Forecheck very hard by Makela. But now Canada comes out the other side, and here's Bork. Ray Bork from the Boston Bruins, firing it in for Canada. Howard Chuck in to get it, centers. Makela fanned on it as he went to clear it, but then Finland get another chance, and here they come into center ice. Long shot right on by Järvi, and Fjord had to make the save. Now just 7 seconds left in Finland's penalty. Here's Howard Chuck. Howard Chuck with prop. Shoots, he scores! Howard Chuck! Canada takes the lead 1-0.
Howard Chuck was let alone long enough to get onto his forehand as he was coming towards the net on his off wing. Now watch this as he seemed to back away from him, and then all of a sudden as the defenseman turned the wrong way, Howard Chuck went to his forehand and put it in.
I think they were worrying too much about prop in the slot, Ron.
I think so too, and the defenseman there will get a third angle look at it, and the defenseman there, Grunstrand, just flat turned the wrong way, playing without a stick.
So 1-0 for Canada on a goal by Winnipeg Jet. Great player, Dale Howard Chuck. Here's Canada dumping it in, racing in after it. Messier. Mark Messier, number 11. Messier back on the point to Rochefort. Shot right on, deflected, whacked at by Sutter, but then cleared away. And coming up with it is Hellman and couldn't get it out. Here's Brent Sutter. Sutter to Messier. Over on the other wing to Claude Lemieux. Behind the net to Messier, back to Lemieux. Now battling on the boards is Suominen for Finland, number 25. Held in by Sutter. Lemieux can't get to it. And Finland now carry out. Here's Timo Blomqvist feeding it ahead to Suominen. He's poke checked by Rochefort. Rochefort and Järvi into the corner. Comes loose to Lemieux. And Claude Lemieux flips to center. Ruotsalainen has it there. Ruotsalainen, long shot. Fjord sets it up for James Patrick. Patrick beats the first man, gives it to Rochefort. Now to Prop. Firing for Gretzky. Taco cuts it off and drops it back for number 14, Jukka Seppo. And then Finland comes to center. Kulinen can't get anywhere, and Ruotsalainen has to go back in his own zone. Gretzky into forecheck. Over to Zeppo. Now Prop held it in. Loose puck taken by Gretzky. Has Prop open. Gives it to him. Taco, big save. Rebound to Murphy. That's blocked at the defense. Coffey center. Deflected. Loose puck still. They knock it in their own net. A Finnish defenseman knocked it in his own net, and it's quickly 2-0 Canada.
Well, there was enough action in that goal mouth area that there may have been some goaltender interference. Let's take a look at it now as the shot came in. It wound up going behind Taco. Now, he is leveled by Tocchet right there, and the puck just slipped into the net. Now, the question is, how did Tocchet hit the goaltender? Did he do it himself, or was he run in there? He was run in there. So the referee, Vladimir Schubert, seeing it all the way, sees it as a legitimate goal, and I think rightly so. Tough break for Finland, but they put it in their own net right there, and a big pile up in front of the net.
Rick Tocchet gets the goal. It's 2-0 Canada. Now Gilmore couldn't get anywhere, and Matty Hagman, the veteran from Finland, fires it in. Back is Fjord to flip it on the boards. Goulet dropping it back for Ray Bork. Now over to Mike Gartner. Gartner losing it, gets it back again. And Gartner now tries to carry up, gives it to Goulet. Berta at center ice knocked it down, and then Gartner knocked him for a loop. Hagman to Curry. Back to Matty Hagman. Trying to center one, does. Nobody there, and here's Gartner into center ice to Goulet, but the pass was tipped. Goulet catches up with it, fires it in, and going back to get it is Jutila, number 7. He's flattened on a check. Now Goulet trying to center it to Gartner, who had made the hit on the Finnish player. They collide again. Now Gilmore over to Goulet. Centering one, nobody in the slot. Here's Rochefort at the point. Stick save by Taco. And in Finland under pressure, Jutila cleared it into center ice. Claude Lemieux dropping it back, and here is Patrick to Gilmore. Doug Gilmore centering one, but Ronstrand intercepts and clears it away for Finland. Going back is Patrick. 2-0 Canada. We have not played through 7 minutes of this game yet. Now Mikko Makela dropping it back at his defense, and here's Timo Blomqvist flipping it in for Finland. Patrick back on the puck. Intercepting it there is Rutu. Got it behind the net, but big Mario Lemieux takes over for Canada, and away they come. Claude Lemieux trying to set up Howard Chuck, but it was tipped away. And Bloomquist has it for Finland. Shoots it to center, and that's called back on a two-line offside. 2-0 in favor of Canada. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
When you look around, most every place you go, east and west, there's a taste you'll know, and so more and more, each and every day, 'cause good taste draws a crowd. You'll hear people say, my light is blue. It's the true blue taste. Blue light's the one. Blue light's the one. Look around. Blue light's the one.
There's Rick Tocchet, who got Canada's second goal from Gretzky and Coffey at 4:50 here in the first period. The earlier goal, Howard Chuck unassisted at 3:12. It was not a power play goal. The penalized player, Skriko, had been back on the ice for 1 second. 2-0 Canada over Finland. Here's Craig Hartsburg shooting it in. Kerry Taco sets it up. Ronstrand back to the net, working it to Timo Bloomquist. Now to Mikko Makela. He's forechecked, but now Bloomquist carries to center number 3. Bloomquist dropping it back. Skriko's shot turned aside by Pure. And coming up with it and firing it out is Bork. Mark Messier takes a hit from Makela, but dropped it back to Bork. He's checked. Rutu trying to center it, but it's taken over by Canada, and back they come with Kevin Dineen, number 14. Dineen into the corner with Gronstrand, center. Sutter gets it in front. Messier banned on it. And then play is called, and back of the play, Makela is going to get a penalty, and it may be a misconduct penalty from the reaction of the referee. 2-0 in favor of Canada. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
When a man loves a woman, can't keep his mind on nothing else. He changed the world for the good thing he's found. If she is bad, he can see it. She can do no wrong. Turning back on his best friend if he put her down.
Well, that's Mikko Makela of the New York Islanders. Now, let's take a look. The right of our picture there, Makela went down. I think that then proceeded to get some words directed in the area of Vladimir Schubert, the Czechoslovak referee, who in turn reacted by giving Makela a 10-minute misconduct.
So no man advantage for Canada, but Finland will be minus Makela for 10 minutes. Here's Prop giving it to Gretzky. That's intercepted. And Helminen carries out for Finland, number 18. Raimo Helminen stick handling in, right in. And then he was checked at the last second and shot wide. Back of the goal is Suominen, number 25. Now he gets help on the play from Järvi, but he couldn't hold it in. And Canada's Tocchet gives it to Prop, flipping it in for Gretzky. Gretzky beaten to the puck this time by Helminen, who tried to clear it out. Held in by Team Canada at the point was Murphy behind the net. Brian Prop gives it to Gretzky. Gretzky shot tipped at by Tocchet, and then it went wide. Now Prop on the boards gets squeezed in there by Siren. Coffey at the point holding it in to Gretzky. Centered, and two Finnish players bump into each other but clear it. Gretzky takes over and drops it back to his own line. Here's Murphy to Coffey, and he just flips it in with number 8, Siren. Back after it. Finland behind early in this game, and now Suominen almost loses it. Gilmore fanned on it, and then it's cleared out of there by Finland with Grant Pure out to play it back up into the neutral ice area. Kulinen had it for a moment. Now he's checked, and Coffey flipped it back into center ice. Kulinen battling on the boards. It's cleared away by Coffey, and back comes Jutila, number 7. Drop pass over, now centered, and a stick save on Kulinen by Grant Pure from the edge of the crease. That's Patrick tying up a Finnish player back of the net. They continue to battle, and Paul Coffey takes over control of the puck. His pass tipped into center ice by Gartner. Now Gartner getting the puck again. Ahead to Michel Goulet. Goulet back to Gartner. Gartner moves in. Tried to center. Diving save on the play made by Bloomquist. Now it is centered. Comes to the point, and play had been called. Shot was blasted wide by Hartsburg, and we had it offside on the play. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
Discover a new species. 1988 Chevrolet Beretta for the way you drive today.
Today's Chevrolet.
Beretta.
Going your way.
Play just underway. Canada leading 2-0 here midway through the first period. Canada's Howard Chuck trying to center, but picking it off is Esa Tikkanen, number 10. Tikkanen out there on the line with Hagman and Jari Kurri. They clear it in, and back after it is Bork for Canada. Off the boards to Mario Lemieux. Missed him. Bloomquist tussling back, and now Taco shoots it around on the boards. Claude Lemieux centers to Mario Lemieux. That's picked off, and here's Matty Hagman. Into center ice to Bloomquist. Then cleared in. Tikkanen couldn't get it, and Canada shoot it back into center ice. Finland behind 2-0. They've had trouble scoring goals. Had only one goal in their 4-1 loss to the United States, and they're behind here early. Here's Messier to Mario Lemieux. He's checked by Strico. Mario breaks loose, however. Lemieux centers. Here's Denis, now centered again, but cleared by Ruotsalainen, and Murphy has to hustle back for Canada. Over to Paul Coffey, number 77. Coffey up the middle to Sutter. Messier had jumped in ahead of the play offside, however, at Team Finland's blue line.
Well, there's Mark Messier. Messier, of course, of the Edmonton Oilers, who's seen a variety of roles from center ice to the wing position as this tournament is slowly unfolding. Had a terrific year last year, 107 points total. Always wonder how a player as great as he has turned out to be could go 48th overall in the NHL draft. In fact, this was the way it went for Edmonton. They were drafting players and doing very, very well in that area. He's had now 3 times a 100-point season in his first All-Star twice.
Finland, Siren trying to bank it off the boards down the ice. He does, and Fuhr comes out and fires it up to Brent Sutter. And now back behind the play, we're going to get some kind of a penalty called here.
Don't know who it's on, but it's a holding penalty. Schubert signaled what it was. Now he's changed that to a hooking penalty as he came to the bench, and Rushmore is in the penalty box on the hooking.
So Finland will have a power play opportunity. This program is protected by copyright. Any use of this telecast without permission is prohibited.
A chance to take a look at the penalty. Rushmore at 11:03 in for hooking. First power play advantage for Finland as he hauled his man down going for the net. Team Canada does not look sharp. They're ahead 2-0, but the Finns, who got off to a terribly shaky start, the first 5 minutes were played in their end, are beginning to tilt the ice a little bit the other way now. Now they get the power play.
And their big line of Hagman, Kurri, and Tikkanen out there. Jutila is 1-point man, and the other is Ruotsalainen. Puck is cleared away by Brent Sutter. Sutter out to kill off the penalty with Messier. Murphy is back on defense with Bork. Finland with a chance here on the power play. They have not shown very much offense. Ruotsalainen to Jutila. Now to Hagman. Now to Kurri. And Jari Kurri gets it into the zone. Murphy there to clear it. Centered again, and Ray Bork fires it up, and it goes right into the Team Canada bench. As everybody ducking, including assistant coach Jean Perron of the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, Raymond Bork, the defending Norris Trophy winner. They won it last year, of course. Had a great year, 95 points this past season. He is an anchor back there on the defense. They talk about the defense as being a weak part of the Team Canada lineup. A question mark. I don't consider it weak, certainly, with the type of player they've got, but they may not have the balance that many people think they should have. They are going to have to adjust quite a bit to maintain a kind of balance that they're going to need. And that means putting offensive players coming back to help out defensive players.
A very offensive defense for Team Canada in the '87 Canada Cup.
Exactly.
That puck was tipped up over the boards at Team Canada's bench. 1:15 left in the penalty to Rochefort as you see Gardner going to the bench.
Mike Gardner's got so much experience in Canada Cup play. He was in the camp in 1981. He and Steve Shutt were the final cuts in the 1981 camp. And then he played the 84 Cup, and this one is second Canada Cup now.
Here's Bork with Canada still shorthanded, trying to clear it out of there. Held in by Finland, centered, and Skriko was open but deflected it wide. And then Brent Sutter fires it by the point man Siren into center ice. Here's Bork with Messier. Messier couldn't get it as the pass was broken up by number 23 Hanno Berta, the ex-Buffalo Sabre. Here's Skriko, who had the chance earlier. 45 seconds left in Canada's penalty. Skriko taken out by Bork, and Murphy fires it down the ice. Berta, number 23 for Finland. Leaving it there and picking it up on the fly is Gronstrand. And as he carried in, actually it was Siren, and the play went offside at Canada's blue line with 29 seconds left in Rochefort's penalty.
Well, Petri Skriko, the Vancouver Canucks, just had a great chance in front. There's Billy Siren. He started out his career in the NHL with Hartford, went over to the Pittsburgh Penguins in a deal for Pat Boutet, a very serviceable forward who helped the Hartford Whalers over a short haul, but they think that Siren is going to be a very valuable member of the Penguins in years to come. He's had problems with injuries, but they can get a full season out of him. He'll be useful. He's a pretty good defenseman.
Greg Hartsburg dumping it in. Gronstrand back to get it. Number 6 being forechecked hard by Gartner. Gartner's played very aggressively. Here is number 25, Raimo Suominen, working it now to Timo Blomqvist, number 3. Into center ice, picked up there by Helminen. Raimo Helminen fires it in. Fuhr out of the net to clear it. Gilmore able to chip it by the point man. And Rochefort is back on. Canada's killed off the penalty. Seppo, number 14, dropping it back, and it's taken by Suominen around to Timo Blomqvist. Blomqvist almost lost it to Gretzky, now to Seppo. He leaves it for Helminen, now to Suominen on left wing. Suominen tied up by Murphy, who made a good play and cleared it away. Blomqvist back to get it, shot it to center. Now Canada prop carries in, but Gretzky was already in the zone offside. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
A few minutes prior to boarding, my favorite time.
Some people think there's nothing to do but wait. We know better, don't we? Think what can be accomplished by calling ahead and touching base with customers, or tying up loose ends back at the office. All with this. And those, of course. Aren't they clever?
You're really never out of the office with business long distance from Bell.
Canada 2, Finland nothing. We're well into the first period now. 13:29 gone.
Finland on the attack, but unable to penetrate the Canadian zone. Now they do. Järvi, number 16, just firing it into the corner. And back is Paul Kopi to Gretzky, who tipped it by Ruotsalainen, who goes back to get it now for Finland. Ruotsalainen, who was with Edmonton last year, cleared it to center. And now we're going to get a charging penalty called on Team Canada here. And it's going to be against Rick Tocchet, the Philadelphia Flyers aggressive forward.
Well, there's no doubt of Tocchet's involvement in this game. He scored his second goal of the tournament. And now he's off on a charging penalty. Here it comes, and I don't think there's much doubt about that. Boarding, charging, whatever you wish. He has gone for the 2.
At 13 minutes, 51 seconds.
So Finland now with back-to-back power plays. They really had only one good scoring chance during their previous manpower advantage. But now they'll go on the manpower advantage again because of the penalty to Rick Tocchet. Canada work it to center ice to Dale Howardchuk. Steps around one man. Fires one. That's up high off the glass. Digging in is Sutter. Sutter tied up in the play, and now breaking out is Hagman. Moving it to Ruotsalainen. Now back for Matty Hagman. Hagman leaving it for Tikkanen, but Brent Sutter cleared it away. And Ruotsalainen is there, passing it off for Jutila, number 7, now to Curry, to Ruotsalainen. Play would have been offside, so they just left it there, and Howardchuk clears it away. Not much pressure from Finland with the man advantage, Ron.
They've had a terrible offense all the way really from the time they left Finland. They've only scored 3 goals in their last 4 games, including, of course, just the one in the opening game of the tournament.
Here's Judla with a shot. That goes off a stick up into the crowd. Let's go quickly here to Brad Park.
Dan, so far in the first period, the Canadians have come out very strong, as I said they were. They've taken the body to the Finns. The Finns have not generated any offense whatsoever. And to top it off, the Finnish defensemen have not used any muscle to control the Canadian forwards.
I think Brad was trying to tell us that Finland hasn't done much.
They haven't done an awful lot, but as I say, Canada is not doing that much either right now. And you can develop a little bit of concern when you see a team start to sit back on a lead. And this team, don't forget, Finland has got a lot of players that know how to play this game.
Here's one of them here, Christian Ruutu shooting, and he fired it wide. Picked up now by Dineen, and Kevin Dineen fired it into center ice. 51 seconds left in Canada's penalty. Moving in is Ruutu. Ruutu trying to center it for Järvi. Puck knocked away. Hartsburg couldn't get it out of the zone, however. Now Hartsburg knocked it back of the net, but Ruutu is there to intercept. Christian Ruutu battling with Hartsburg. Hartsburg knocks it into the other corner. Järvi, number 15, drops it back. Messier picking it up. And Mark Messier, with that great strength of his, got it to the line, but not out. Bertha shoots. Bure the save, and the rebound taken by Bourque. And he feeds it to Messier, who has Dineen with him. 2-on-2 break. Messier trying to feed Dineen back to Messier, but Järvi intercepts number 15. 7 seconds left in the Canadian penalty to Tocchet. In center ice is Helmanen firing it in. Murphy back to get it. Shot it on the boards to Prop. Held in, and a drive from the point by Gronstrand. Turned aside by Fure. Canada back at full strength. Here's Prop to Tocchet, who is just out of the penalty box. And the play is offside at Team Finland's blue line. This is the Labatt Canada Cup.
McDonald's introduces omelets you can hold in your hand.
Come on.
New Omelet McMuffins.
Hold on to a great new taste, an omelet you can hold in your hand.
You're kidding, a what?
That's right, ham and cheese or bacon and cheese.
Hang on to the great new